Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, we are back with another video, and I was actually reading the comments on my last video on everything's gonna be all white. And I wasn't anticipating actually making another video on the Rotten Tomatoes score, because on my last video, it was at 3%. I didn't know if it would get that low. Now, it did raise up to 6%. Because it was at 5% on the first video I made. Then it went to 6%. And I said that if it dropped down to 3%, I would make another video. And I was thinking, well, could it actually get to 1%? I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if it can. But man, ladies and gentlemen, check this out now. This thing has dropped again. It is at 2% now on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I've actually had this up for a while. Couple hours, because I was actually planning on making this video, and I kept refreshing to see if it would change from 2%. No, folks, it is still at 2%, and this is like 3 hours later. I've had this up for 3 hours, and I just refreshed again before I hit record to see if this thing would fluctuate more. It's not. It is at 2%. This is horrific. Maybe Showtime will actually rethink about making stuff like this. They're going to have to rethink this kind of stuff, folks, because I was actually reading about the history of making this show. This show actually was under a different name, if I'm not mistaken, in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. The people who created this were struggling to get funding because people did not want to fund this racist stuff. And then what happened, folks? George Floyd happened in 2020, and then the money started pouring in for this. And this just lets me know, man, that these people are completely out of touch with everyday Americans. Everyday Americans, they're not racist. The vast majority of white people and black people, they're not racist. But this show, man, is so woke, they think that white people whose ancestors weren't even here should be responsible for slavery. And people are tuning this out. That's why you have a 2% audience score. Racism exists across all races. The narrative is that only white people can be racist. No, there are black people that are racist. There's no doubt about that. The lies in that trailer, man, about slavery, Native American in there talking about the white man being oppressive, slavery, even though after the 13th Amendment passed in 1865, Native Americans still own slaves. Not all of them. Some of them did. They didn't want to get rid of their slaves. They're black slaves at that. I suggest folks get educated, because this thing right here will not educate you. They are preaching a lie. Preaching a lie. I'm wondering now if this thing really has a chance to drop to 1%. I'm starting to be a believer. I'm not there yet. Somebody make me a true believer. Maybe people are watching these videos and saying, man, this ain't right at all. Maybe I need to go and check it out. And if they're checking it out on Showtime, they're going, all right, let me go ahead and give this a rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's tanking. But based on the views, man, at least on YouTube for that first episode, nobody's watching this. Nobody's watching it. And that trailer did so much damage. So much damage, man. And I believe this is a 3-part episode, and then maybe it'll just disappear from oblivion. Now, I've heard about people also canceling their Showtime subscriptions. Now, I don't have a Showtime subscription. I don't want to pay for that kind of stuff. I don't. I do have one for Stars, but that's because I actually do like watching Outlander. That's a good show. That's a really good show right there. That is actually on Stars. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ibram X. Kendi, Jamel Hill, all of these woke people out there, race baiters, race hustlers, they're losing. And they are losing massively. And I do mean massively. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.